And we're live. Welcome.
Woohoo!
Episode
Welcome to Stonxcast.
episode 8.
Indeed, we have hobbled our way through 8 episodes.
Yes,
We
I'm
showed you
Ollie.
guys some free stuff though.
It's all good. I'm
My name
Ollie.
is James.
Yep. Hello, welcome. It is what,
we matched
May?
that up, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Fuck, today, not feeling it. May the
It's been a week,
24th. End of May. It's nearly the end of May, man. Woo.
Indeed, we
Fucking hell.
have survived this far in the new dystopian wasteland,
Oh, I got
and I'm
pins.
feeling pretty good. To be honest, went for a bit of a walk earlier, and I've just walked 10k, and I've only just sat down, so I'm knackered.
Yeah, man, it's cool. You got allowed out the
I was
house.
kind of timing it up as I was walking back. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get back in time. I've realised I'm old now, and like if I walk for more than 50 minutes, it feels like someone's just plunged a dagger into my spine.
Yeah, I'm just a hobbling mess. I've not gone in a walk in fucking
Yeah, you're
ages now.
becoming more barnacle than man at this point.
It'll be fine.
Oh well.
So yeah, I've got a good few things to chat about this week. You've probably got a good
Go on,
few
you
things.
take it away first, and I'll try and recoup some energy.
I was going to say, do you want to reverse it? Because I always go first.
We can do.
Go
I'm
on.
not against the idea in principle. It's just you were screen sharing already, and you're going to lock me out the screen share. So
Nah, no, I'm not. I already fixed it this week.
100%, like 100%, this won't work.
Yeah,
right,
well,
stop sharing your screen.
it's going to work first time, every time.
All right, okay, we have actually gone that far. Right.
Boom.
Go on, we'll do my bit first. I've been pounding out tunes for you crazy people, so I haven't got all that much, but I found some discounted stuff, and I found some interesting stuff to talk about. So let's roll over to my Cathedral of Tabs. Probably up if I had the window open. It's kind of ruined some of the impact. So I found this really interesting article, and I quite like reading about this guy anyway. So Nightmares on Wax has been waxing lyrical about the fact that he doesn't want his music to be called trip hop, basically, and he seems to be centering around the fact that, like, realistically, it's just instrumental hip hop. And yeah, it is trippy, but it's not the idea. It's not like a psychedelic kind of thing, I think, is what he's getting at. So I don't know. What are your thoughts as trip hop as a genre? Like, do you think is it a bit of a half genre? Is it a bit of a parasitic genre?
I don't like the genrealization. Is that a word? The
That's a
genrealizing.
Stonx word. That's a Stonx branded word. Genrealization. It sounds French. Tell your mates.
Generalization. I'm not a particular fond.
Yeah, sorry about. We're not Brexiteers, by the way, men. Listeners.
Yeah, I think music is fucking music. The biggest genre boundaries that things get broken into tend to be BPM based. Drum and bass is 168 to, I don't know, 200 if you want to push it. Beyond that, you start getting into like gabba territory. Dubstep's 140 typically. So like
Gabba territory is a very dangerous territory to walk in. There's lots of unpleasant things there, and hockey masks and stuff.
But so I
anger fist.
Yeah. I don't know.
That song Ubermensch. Like, nah.
I don't know. I kind of there's a place for all of it really. I like a lot of that. Like Berserker is like gabba fucking metal and.
Yeah, I've got time for Berserker. I like his kick pedal. That's like the first sound I learned to make. Like the first thing I did in a door, I think it was in like Sonar or something. Was just like, I need a bit crusher.
So I think you just
I bet someone's gonna come at me now like, oh, Sonar in that era didn't have a bit crusher, and honestly, eat my waist cake.
So I think the genre thing is like stupid trip hop, hip hop. Call it whatever you fucking want. If someone wants to call it trip hop, like, I don't think you should get annoyed by it.
No,
I don't.
He doesn't sound like that annoyed. To be fair, he's not Tom Morelloing out and being like, anyone who doesn't practice for 8 hours on the guitar needs to put their guitar on glossy paper and pound the pavement, kids. He's not that. So
yeah, I think if it's a hard one because like splitting down into subgenres is fine until you start getting gatekeepery or whatever about it, and you start being like, well, that's not
gatekeepers again so early.
Sorry, well, it's just like that's not real drum and bass, or that's not actually neuro, or that's not trip hop.
You can only say that about jump up. Sorry. We all had our fucking month on it.
I dropped my phone. So yeah, it's understandable if you're seeing a negative effect from it, as in.
Do you think it could be seen as sort of like almost like slightly hubritic or an act of hubris to sort of like try and shake the genre that you've been given to sound your music? Like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, I mean, some people really aim for a genre, and other people just get put in a genre.
I'm just trying to get the fucking thing to run properly. It's just, as long as I press like space and there's nothing obviously broken.
I say bass about my music. It's bass music, like tempos change.
It's bass orientated music.
Basically,
and I think it's quite nice. But you did then again, like I'd probably get shitty if someone called my music EDM. So
yeah, but then I suppose it's electronic dance.
What do you mean? It's got so many more layers than that. What? Fuck off.
But then in its broadest, like, you know, it is electronic dance music, or was it IDM, instrumental dance music?
I thought that used to be intelligent dance music. I don't know. Hang on, let's have a wee checker, shall we? I'll do it on the other screen. I'll do it on my second screen.
Either way, though, I mean,
somebody didn't bring theirs today.
Oh, it's still on your first screen.
That's all right. Just excuse me while I just cock up repeatedly. I want you guys to just keep his calming face there. So
yeah, I was just going to read. I was just going to read what he's on about.
Just for the sake of live performance, could you remind me what I'm meant to be googling at this point?
What were we talking about? I don't know. You took it.
Oh man. Oh no, they know. Right, hang on. I'll find a lead in. Oh no.
The more you say "oh no," the more it runs away from my brain. That's all right. Look, if anyone knew.
Anyway.
Gloss over.
Spitfire audio. It's usually a technical difficulty, but that was just like a dual brain crash.
I'm not feeling it today, man.
Anyone in the comments at any point wants to remind the actual hosts of this show what they were doing at that time, we would appreciate it in the comments. So, Spitfire Audio, I've got a big hard on for Spitfire Audio at the moment. They've got this lab section on their website, and all this appears to be free, I think. So you get like all these Atmos things, which are super important for me. Just trying to professional it over now, guys. Go. The any kind of. Sorry, I've just done my headphones out of the socket. I was like, why is he ignoring me?
We had one good week. We had a good week last week. Perfect.
Anyone that is still listening, well done. I wouldn't. But yeah, these Atmos packs are super awesome. So these are like basically found sound packs from various areas to help give your tracks a bit of a sort of like a context, sort of a feel of an area. And there's no better way than doing that. If you want your track to sound like it's in India, yeah, you can use Indian instruments as well, but just record India in the background and use bits of it. Like, like every country has its own bustle and own
atmosphere,
like susurrus, doesn't it?
Yeah, man, definitely.
Obviously, our one is like as we like fillet ourselves to death, but other people's are much nicer. I've heard. The Canadian one's very like ooh. So yeah, there's a Wurlitzer piano here. There is a soft piano here. And then there's this London Atmos, which was apparently put together by John Hopkins and Burial with some other man.
Cool.
What was the other man? Oh no, sorry, taking inspiration from Music Concrete. So that's the work of Pierre Schaeffer?
Oh yeah.
Pierre Schaeffer going back to uni? I might just like brainbox it a little bit. But you get some cool strings as well. But this London Atmos is going to have loads of stuff. If you're making future garage, and your tracks sound bare, is because you don't have this kind of Foley work behind it. It took me age. It's really like I'm not quick. So like obviously Burial's music is like entirely Atmos sounds, but it took me a very long time to twig that was what was giving it its special. I thought he was just using some weird reverb or something, or like, but it wasn't. But you'll get there quicker than me because I have.
It is just building up the atmosphere of a track,
as you saw earlier. So
building up the atmosphere of a track's quite
really cool.
Yeah, building up the atmosphere is important, I think.
So this is basically music theory, and I know nothing about it. So this is like a little music theory cheat. So Ollie, what do you think to this?
Yeah, that's true. All those things are true. Yes.
I know so little about music theory that I didn't even know if it was going to be interesting or not. I could just be showing you like cat sits on mat.
So what it is literally like to
Basically, what I meant was, I don't know what this means. Can you tell me how to do it on the keyboard, please?
So what they're giving you is like a triad is like usually it's 1-3-5,
Yeah.
but or essentially just 3 notes from
1,
your
3,
scale
5 in the scale.
in the scale. So you got major,
Yeah.
minor,
Guys,
diminished.
I'm really glad to show you this because this is why we don't do gatekeeping. Because I like the way I've lived my life, I have a cherry-picked amount of information on things.
Some things just weren't interesting when you were taught them, so you didn't take it in. That's all it is.
It weren't interesting after like 9 cans of Tennant soup, but not much is. I can tell you, the only thing that's interesting after 9 cans of Tennant soup is 10 cans of Tennant soup and working out how to get home and where your pants are.
So what we've got there is the half steps are literally each key. So a whole step is going from like, I meant like key on a piano there, by the way. A whole step is going from the note A to the note B.
Sort of a piano. This is what they look like.
So, going up from major, from 1, wherever you want your 1 to be, you can go 4 half steps up, or 2 whole steps, 4 half steps.
Oh,
and
I
then,
actually sort of understand that.
And then you could also go 3 half steps up from there. So your major plus 1, 2, 3, 4 keys up plus 1, 2, 3 keys up. That gives you your major. Your minor is your wherever you want to start, whatever note, plus 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives you minor.
Right.
So diminished is the one I always remember with diminished because it's 3 half steps. It's a gap of 2 on the piano roll. So whenever you want to write something that's diminished, you just have a gap of 2 between everything. It goes like... It gives us that diminished...
You'll make exactly those noises, by the way. It's impossible not to make those noises if you do this.
And then
that's guaranteed.
The augmented is like a double major movement, so that if you keep doing it, it's like... At first it sounds nice. 4 half steps is 2 whole... steps, so it kind of gives you the beginning of EastEnders. Da, 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 da. It's like that movement. Ba, la, la, la. But if you keep doing it, it becomes augmented because if you keep doing 2 half steps, you eventually cover every single note the higher up the octaves you go.
I see what you mean.
So it goes from being like the actual...
I'm just chewing up things on my desk today, by the way. Sorry.
It's all good. I'm usually smashing everything. So yeah, that's a good little cheat sheet. That's a good little cheat sheet to have because if you're like going, oh, I'm writing this, I'm writing that, I'm not sure, like I want a C, then a D, then an F. And it's like, what should it be? Should it be C major or C minor? You can quickly go C, 4 steps up, 3 steps up. No, it's not major. It must be 3 steps up, 4 steps up.
Yeah, you can check quickly and reference.
So when you
know, because what I struggle with is I just have to wait until I hear a minor or a major or a diminished. Sometimes I can tell a diminished. I'd probably call it like scrunchy face chord or something.
A between chord or a moving chord, you'd be like, it's honestly, it's not quite.
You'll hear musicality in my tracks, but it is completely forged of just bull-headed like trial and error.
That's totally fine. I had one of my guitar students who's one of the best songwriters that I taught, and he didn't know any theory at all. And I had to teach him theory, but he already knew how to write songs because he knew what notes sounded right.
Yeah.
So I still had to teach him theory.
The oscillations between notes, then yeah.
So it's something like that. It'd be a good little cheat sheet to print out and have just next to you while you're just.
I might pop it on the wall.
Yeah,
next to me.
So your major, your major, minor, diminished, or augmented. They're your 1, and that's just wherever you want it to be, and then go 4 steps, and then another 3 steps.
See, look, this is how you should This is how you should cheat at chord progressions. Like, don't get unison. I don't really have a problem with it actually. I always double back on this because I don't want to be a gatekeeper.
We mentioned our keyboard tutor, back in college days.
Yeah, what
I
Felix
remember.
is.
Yeah, I remember him telling off. There was I can't remember her name. The one that was
He used
really
to tell
good.
people off in the best way.
No, there was the
I
bird
wouldn't
who
do
was.
it because it would definitely be classed as racist.
There was that girl who was like grade 8 piano. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
It was just like she was shit hot. But that's how she was explaining it to us, like this. Oh, you just go down 7, and he was like, no, it's blah 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, but she's grade 8. Like you're grade 8 too, and you're teaching us. But sometimes it's the easier way. Like another thing I always talk about, and when I remember my guitar teacher told me off, even though he was American, that I talk about American ways with quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, whereas we should be talking about semi-quavers, quavers, and all that bollocks. I just start thinking about crisps. When I think about quavers, I think about fucking they're floaty light.
They're floaty light. Well, some quavers are, depending on how hard you hit the key.
So, it's just whatever way. You don't have to do it all properly.
Yeah.
I think you could call this cheating, but it's not. It is theory. That is music theory. If you take any note and go 4 half steps up, plus 3 half steps from there, you will have a major chord. It's not cheating. It is.
And if someone's calling this cheating, they're probably just an a-hole, man. Like, just leave them be. I mentioned this yesterday. Not yesterday. What's happening? Last week. I've downloaded it and played with it now, and it is definitely worth it. And I think it's still free. So get Valhalla Supermassive. It's like a massive delay, reverb.
I downloaded it. I've not played with it yet.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Like, it works really well with another thing I'm going to talk about in a little bit of time. Oh, nice. We always chunk up the time quite well, though.
Yeah.
So
we're blabbering shit long enough.
Yeah. This is Valhalla DSP Supermassive, and it's become a bit of a go-to plugin for me for any kind of like atmospheric build-ups, or I'm using it in conjunction with Isotope Trash a lot because I'm using Isotope Trash on everything.
Your new favourite.
And it's free, and it's a good piece of kit for getting for free. It's got some really nice modes and presets, and then you can start playing around. But yeah, it's kind of nice. So have a look at this. Go and download this. As per usual, we'll put all the links.
I just got an email from Waves Audio saying that SSL 4000 collection is 40% off today.
There you go. These hot deals.
With
hot
code,
deals, and we're not even benefiting off them.
With code Creative40 plus free
Waves,
plugins.
you can send us some plugins for plugging you, obviously, if you want.
Get the...
There you go. Your phone screen did something awful there. I don't know what happened. It like spied out. There you go, 40% off. We'll chuck a link for that in the what are we calling it? The description?
Yeah,
the description. Go and get this. This is really cool. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
It's you don't have to. I've been playing around with it. I know a little bit about these kind of things. I know what some of the knobs do, but even if you're a total newbie and you just chuck this on your track, you can just play with it, and it will just make you. It'll keep you interested and keep you until you get to the point where you know what everything's doing.
Cool,
this has been a big one recently for us. This is like our new toy. Thank you very much again for the Isotope Music Makers Bundle, which is still $49, down from like 850 quid. So go and bloody buy it, you bastards. Just do it, because if I ever meet you later in life and you haven't done it, there will be combat. There will be I will kick your kneecaps off. Get this synth. Sorry, I went slightly overboard. But it's really cool. It's a sample-based synth.
I've still not had a proper look at it yet. I've watched a couple of videos.
I've had a bit more of a look into it than him. It's very CPU heavy, so if you want to make sure you're freezing out those tracks pretty quickly, because it's a beast. But you've got loads of stuff you can do with the spectral editing here. It's combining samples and synth sounds at the same time, so it's got oscillators and then obviously all your standard. It's got a randomize function I found out about.
Oh, I love they're my favourite. I love randomize.
Yeah, I love something that comes up with that. Another big one for that is the Waves Berserker distortion has a just go berserk button. And I can't remember if we were live before or not when I was talking. I've got funny eyes, and when I press the go berserk button, my brain like can't process it, and like I know the wave's meant to be like changing, but even after it's stopped, it keeps going, and like I start, it's really hard to be me. But yeah, so this gives you a really interesting sound where you've got the sort of like different attacks and atmospherics from a sample with the sort of automation and volume enveloping of the synth and stuff. it's really cool. Everything that you put it on, it just sounds really nice and warm, and yeah, it's got like a plate reverb in it and stuff.
And you can load any sample into it. That's the thing. It's not just there.
I don't know if that might just be bollocks actually. As I'm reading this, hang on, they might have just been talking about a plate reverb. Either way, it's fantastic. So yeah, we've
loading
used it in tracks already.
The one of the things I wanted to do is use it as a sampler, so make some of my big ass neuro sounds, and then load it into Isotope, into Iris.
Yeah, Iris, yeah. And apparently it's cheaper than Iris One as well, even if you buy it full price. But you don't need to do that because you want to buy the Music Makers bundle. I'm just going to go on about it until it's gone. I feel like sometimes I'm launching into like some sort of like, I feel like I should be selling these products and I'm doing some sort of like Alex Jones, like, you want to buy my brain broth?
It's one of those things.
It's bone broth, isn't it? Bone broth.
This bundle is one of those rare occasions where it's some real top tier stuff for dirt cheap. It's like a couple hours work, you know.
Whereas realistically, Alex Jones, you just want to see bundled into some kind of CIA operation, don't you? Oh, that'd make his dreams come true, though, wouldn't it?
I don't want no bone broth.
Gay frogs, bone broth, and all that jazz. Apparently, he didn't used to sound like that. Apparently, there's videos of him. He's just got like a normal accent.
Yeah, I remember one of the really old ones is him having a rant at an old DMT office. DMC, driving fucking thing, the driving motor.
You think about Joe Rogan, weren't you?
I do have Joe Rogan on my tabs. Yeah, it was at the DMC shouting, and he's not quite as you know.
I think what happens is your throat changes shape if you say the word globalist, like
globalist.
You just so much like your palate starts disintegrating and stuff. Just globalist. Sorry for anyone who's had to listen to any of that bit, by the way. So yeah, also, if you like two things, if you like Addiction and Iris 2, then Instant Gratification is for you. So you can get some, this is about the random option. So just choices, loads, it takes the sound of a sheet and it mixes it with a respace, and what actually happens is it sonically vibrates the inside of your ears, so you calm yourself to death.
Lush.
I went a little off piece there, but that is essentially what it does.
What it does, yeah.
So that's another guarantee, and we will be legally liable if that does not happen. So please do chase us up on that. Anyway, this is a really interesting project. Sorry. This is by our god man, who just like is the teacher of things, and like his tutorials are the best. So his partner is it him that's made it, or it seems like his partner's Gambit,
I think she's made it. Yeah, I think he's just helping out.
So she's made basically. It's not a Max for Live plugin, is it?
This
it specifically said it's not.
This is the Max for Live plugin. What we were helping,
making a proper boy, aren't they?
Yeah, just a standalone plugin, like VST. That's what we were helping with the stems. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this is the technology working in Max for Live, but now they're making it not just Max for Live.
Yeah, so like any AI, for it to one day overthrow us and keep us as it's sort of like, I imagine a kind of sub-dom kind of thing, it needs to learn.
Yeah, we have to train it.
So we've been sending stems over to that just to sort of help it learn. It's a cool thing. So if anyone's got any like electronic, I don't know if they're still looking for stuff.
I think they needed 120 odd stems.
Yeah, so
to
we
start.
sent over some stuff.
It's the same as
it's
it
good
Deezer?
shout, help them out, man. It's a really cool project.
Yeah, so it's based off of Spleeter.
Yeah, I was sort of watching a
down
little
there.
bit of it.
And that was Spleeter was made by Deezer, who are another streaming platform where you can find our back catalogue on. And they've made the AI for rock music, I think.
Yeah.
So that's what Spleeter is kind of based off. So they're retraining Spleeter for electronic music. So
no.
That's what we were.
I don't know why I said that like that. Like I was surprised. I've just found out about this now. Maybe we should do episodes like that where I just play the like complete cold audience. And I was like, oh, Ollie, why don't you tell me more? Right. Anyway, so yeah, get involved with that project. Look it up. Look up the video. I'm sure there's ways of if they still need stuff getting it over. So, but it's cool, and it's going to pull apart stems, and that's going to do loads of stuff for live performance. And
if you go back to your tab, you can see Mr. Bill in the top right. That video is him using it and showing you some cool shit you can do with it. So it's a bit of a pain.
Gosh, you can see that septum piercing from here, can't you? That's massive. Props, man. It's got gravitas,
Yeah,
possibly gravity.
probably.
Cheers for rhyming that, man. Appreciate it. Keep
Yeah,
that flow going.
that's using this Max for Live plugin, which is a pain to sort out to actually get working.
Yeah.
But the VST will be easier once that's all up and running. So
Yeah,
watch
you
that
won't be
video as well
on it and
for a look at how to use it.
Sounds
and
like
what it
seriously
does.
clever shit from some seriously clever people.
Yeah, man. We like
right.
it.
Another seriously clever man, I would assume, or do you know what, Ollie? I don't know who the fucking CEO of Ableton is. Do you? Let's out ourselves now. Like I don't even know. I knew he's German.
I've not seen. I wouldn't recognise him in a lineup.
Screaming at us. Gerhard Bales. Oh man, if I've screwed that up, I'm so sorry. We love your software, man. There's a really nice long interview with him where he goes through a shit ton of stuff actually.
What were they doing?
It's a lot about the history of Ableton, what was happening before, his views on his views on piracy and stuff. Like the dude just doesn't like the dude answers like the most honest. Like he's literally just like, my company seems to be working very well, and I don't really care. So that seems to be his view on that.
Usability
so have a read through
and
this.
stuff. Yeah.
Because this is really, really cool. So there was one bit. Oh yeah, there's a lot about just his process and how he got to where he was as well, and it's quite nice to hear from a CEO from a company that you like that isn't like defiling third world countries and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like really nice that like Ableton haven't caused like a water supply to like stop and everyone now has to drink a certain Coca-Cola instead of water because it's now safer than the water. And
yeah, so far they've been all right.
Now they will have diabetes.
Although
it's known about.
A bunch of Ableton's guys did split off and make Bitwig, so I don't know why they split off.
I thought you were going to be like, a bunch of Ableton's guys did split off and poison a water supply. I was going to be like, no, the world is beyond me.
No, Bitwig. They went and made Bitwig, so I don't know why they left. I don't know if there was...
I'd like to say as a guarantee that nobody from Ableton has ever poisoned a water supply.
We can just dream. We can only dream.
Why would... That's a bizarre... It's a bizarre and specific dream that I will think about later. Right, moving swiftly on. So yeah, have a look at this. This is really cool. And there's some of the articles on this website are alright, even though I don't really like the janky name. So what I was talking about earlier with Iris was one of the downsides that is said was it doesn't have a time stretcher. However, let me solve that for you. Because it seems like with Iris and stuff, you're going to be making a lot of textures. And when I was at uni, one of my lecturers showed me this, and this is super cool. So this is called Paul's Extreme Sounds. Paul's Extreme Stroke Ward Calamity 2. So yeah, this is Paul's Extreme Sound Stretch, and I nearly did it again. It's I think when I was told about it, it's a non-linear time sequencer. I don't time stretcher. I don't really know the ins and outs of that. But what it does is it stretches audio like you can do it like hundreds of times, and it makes these really nice, smooth spectral effects that you can use if you make it. I recommended it to someone who did atmospheric music. But obviously, if you're using this in conjunction with the samples in your Iris, then you don't need to worry about it not having a time stretcher, because you can either use the stretcher in Ableton if you don't want a bit of granular, or if you want really cool stuff, you can come in here, and this is free. I
love the granular, so I tend to like just push the granular. No, it's interesting because I always push hard into the granular side of it.
Yeah,
and just use the broken stuff that I get. But it's interesting to be able to not get that. Just like stretch a song by 2,000%.
It gives really nice builds and rises. I can imagine some of the density samples are using a similar kind of technology, Density Light, that you can download free at the moment. So yeah, have a look at this. Download this. It's fun. It's just super fun anyway. You can just you can make like a pad that sounds like rushing water just out of you being like, oh, it's nice. Dope. Do it, yeah. That's the best guarantee you can give for like music tech is like you can make a really like shit sound into it and you can get a really good one out.
That's all we ever want. Yeah. That's all we ever wanted.
Moving along. Yeah, I saw this. This makes me laugh because I think Fred Durst is a more accomplished musician than many of James Keenan probably, and I think he's probably more emotionally intelligent as well. And this was finalised. Like, I've been having like, I loved Tool when I was young.
Yeah.
It was like, you're doing Tool things in your head now,
Yeah.
and I'm doing break stuff because I'm cool. But the problem is like Tool can fuck off. They can literally just fuck off. Everything they do is tainted in just like hubritic fucking arrogance. Like, I went to see them at Hellfest, right, and they're playing on the same show where like Slayer are playing their last European show, and they refused to have themselves blown up on the big screens because they would take away from the effect of their performance.
Yeah, it's a bit fucking bullshit, right?
Fucking feckless waste of time. Anyone who's got that far into themselves.
I'm pretty sure Fred's
like,
done some bad shit though, isn't he? I think
he looks like Gollum's ginger brother. Do you know what I mean? It'd be the kid like if they like they're all at school at like you know, river person school, and like Gollum's avoiding this bloke. It's not the one, and he's just a dick about everything, and he's just sound. The tunes are good, and his voice is amazing, and like Passengers, such I got emotional.
Smash everything.
I took the headphones out again. This is bad for us, even for us. I thought this was really funny, and I also think that anyone that does, I wake up every morning, and the fact that I had nothing to do with the creation of break stuff is like the main fight against like picking up the bottle again. So I just want you to know that's a serious issue, and however, if Fred Durst turned up at my house, I'd crack a beer with the bros. So what can I say? I wouldn't. If any of my family are listening, I'm sorry. Right. Anyway, I always get stuck behind the screen sharing, which is why I end up blathering so much. Again, I'm going to recommend this website, Synth Anatomy. They've got loads and loads of stuff. I like this at the moment. I want to get this, but you've got to purchase something off Plugin Boutique, who sound like they've gone mental and done loads of sales. But this is a tape style saturator, so it's a little more. It'll be a bit warmer than Ableton's one, won't it?
Yeah, probably just a bit more.
So yeah, I find whenever I put the saturator on in Ableton, I end up just taking it off again, and
you fiddle with the waves. You need to fiddle with the wavetable on it more.
Fiddle with it a little. I've switching between like the soft sign and hard sign or whatever the fuck I'm talking about.
You can, if you open it up, you can get a few more.
I think it's just because I'm a child and this has a punish dial on it, and like big knobs. Like if you put anything that sounds like it's gonna hurt something, and I'm pretty up for it.
Decimate, decimate, punish.
Yeah, exactly.
Berserk,
eviscerate,
evisceration.
Just, you know, like call it out in front of its missus button. For like lies it told you at the pub, like really embarrassing shit where it's like maybe it's like told you he was in the military or something and you found out it wasn't true, and then you tell it in front of the missus who also thinks he used to be in the military or something like that. That's really bad.
What the fuck is going on?
Sorry, please try and redirect the podcast. My bit's been going for 35 minutes now. I had bugger all to talk about. Go to Synth Anatomy. Also, I found this as well, Electronic Drum Advisor. They've got a really cool article on plugins at the moment. I'm going to be engaging in this later. I didn't expect this.
Who's this geezer? Hello.
I don't know. His name's Hot Pole Studios, and he looks pretty musicy, doesn't he? He's done some music. Look at that blazer, he looks like and t-shirt combo. That's like the actual studio uniform is a blazer and t-shirt combo.
Yeah, I can dig it.
So yeah, I've got time for this. So this dude, I'm gonna. I know how to master a little bit, but I have an issue with one of my tracks that I want to fix, and I'm finding it's definitely like an understanding issue with me. So I'm gonna go through this and give Ollie a break from telling me everything. So you might want to look at this too. I'll drop in the Discord for those of you who have turned up to the Discord so far, which is actually quite a few of you.
Yeah, we've got a few people in there now.
Yeah, it's nice. And we'll talk about the competition later, obviously.
Yeah, I've got that out on a tab.
We've got a big old golden dump to dump on one of your heads.
Yes.
So we're going to be taking that colour out on your head and the free plug-in colour.
We still haven't heard back from India if that T-shirt got there. Okay, I'll have to contact him.
Did you email him?
No, I need to see if I've not heard anything back from him. So I'll see how about.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't hear much about what's happening in India at the moment, but what I have heard doesn't sound like the infrastructure's doing too well under the renewed pressure. So hopefully he's okay. I can't remember your name, dude. So G-Man,
G-Man.
we hope you're okay, man. And if that, like, if you need us to send you, like, if there's rioting and stuff, we can send you, like, Stonx branded, like, shields, batons. I'll make you some tear gas. I've got, like, some hot sauce. It'll be fine. We'll make sure you're all right. So yeah, that will be coming whether you ask for it or not. We have your address. You are getting Capiscum in the post, and you're going to use it on your enemies and just film the results. It'll be brilliant.
Papa bless, we love.
Yeah. So that's yeah. We should start doing that. Just start sending. We at Stonx are going to, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, begin randomly sending boxes of tear gas to addresses we pick out of a hat. And we are going to leave instructions on how to operate the tear gas, and then we're just going to lock the door and just see what happens. So keep an eye out for that. There's not a tab for that, unfortunately, but we will be doing that. So they will have the logo on, so you will know it's good tear gas.
You will be doing that.
It won't do the thing. It won't do the thing that bad tear gas does, where it like wears off.
The fuck are you on about?
I'm just seeing how long I can like just talk about tear gas. Really,
there will be no tear gas.
Plug-in Boutique, unfortunately, don't sell tear gas.
I'm sure there's something called tear gas if you look in there.
They do sell plugins. So Sound Toys have got a massive spring sale at the moment, and you can get. I like their plugins. Just so yeah, buy them. Isotope have another band that I've got to not buy this. Because I can't explain any more to the missus. And the thing is as well, every time I buy a plugin, she buys like more yarn, and it will just go on forever. And the problem is as well is like she'll fill the flat. I can't fill the flat with plugins, but eventually it'll just be like yarn, like here,
everywhere.
Yeah, I know. What? Well, this will be the first and last time she talks during the live stream. Might be the last time you see her. I love you. There's a guitar scoring thing on sale, some of the sound particle stuff, which I've looked into before. So yeah, get on this. I'm basically just putting you towards just getting free stuff. And I think, in a very elongated way, taking it to 20 minutes before the hour, that is me finally done talking.
Click the free button. Click the free button first. Click that free button. We'll see what Plug-in Boutique actually got for free. Top right.
There you go.
What you got for us?
Nothing happened. This is bollocks.
Well, that's a load of shit, isn't it?
Yeah,
all right, I'll take the screen. I'll take the screen then.
Discount amount. Is there a discount amount where it's like everything? Yes! Nailed it! Right, Cherry Audio, Voltage Nucleus, free. Serato Play. What? Really?
Yeah. What? Okay. Really?
Mastering, 5 for 5 sale. Not free, but 5.
That's not bad.
This is what you want, actually. Do it this way. Come to this website and do it this way. Don't pay anything. You got to scroll way down before you've got to explain this to your partner. It's still 81% off. Look at that knob on it.
Oh, it's a Boost X.
Ollie, it's £11.95. I don't know what it does. No, I'm going to buy it for you.
Look, saturation overdrive.
No. Oh, look at that. I got excited there as well. Jesus. So yeah, go to Plug-in Boutique and click discount amount and just click the first like 40 things, and you'll probably spend about a tenner. Boom, 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 boom. Free plugins, tear gas, mailbox.
No
You're
tear.
Not scared. You're protected. It's okay.
Right, that's enough of you. I'm gonna stop your screen. I'm taking over.
I've been gunning for the moment for you to shut me off.
Taking over. I just thought I'd give it a go. You know,
Should we give him an interlude? We've made him listen to 40 minutes of this shit.
Nah, loads of people leave in the interlude normally.
They?
I was looking at YouTube stats as well.
We're just going to do a full through.
We'll just blast through. That was your bit. We'll do my bit. I got some ting, and then we got some ting, and then bam bam wallow wally bing bong.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sick. So I had a fucking wong dongle of a week.
Yeah, he did. He really. It's been, and to be honest, like I've suffered for it. But it's all right now. We're fine. He's fine. Look at the shirt. He's back to happy.
My phone went for a swim. I had to go after that. That was a good one. A couple of days ago. We got the artwork done. So we got the website has been revamped, and now there's a little sneaky peeky for y'all, and on our socials as well, the banner. So artwork is ready. We're finalising mixes at the moment. I think one track's pretty much finalised. The other one is final stages. And we need to come up with a date. June sometime.
12.
12?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who said that?
You've said it. It's done.
All right, it's done.
It's done.
What was it? So, there's an episode of Recess. You know King Bob in Recess. I won't be long. King Bob in Recess has this saying. I'm assuming it probably comes from somewhere else. But it's like, so as it was written, so shall it be done. And I feel like that about Stonxcast. Anything we say in Stonxcast will be done. And yet, I mean everything.
No tear gas.
I'm making I'm making it with reckless abandon.
Right, so yeah, new things. June 12th. All right, I'll update it. I'll update the banners to be June 12th instead of June question mark.
There you go.
Woo-hoo.
We've got to pay for it now.
New EP.
We've got plenty of time.
Yeah, new EP, new merch, new shit. It's fucking sick.
Yep.
It took me like 9 hours to render the image because
the merch
I
is
fucked it up.
the artwork's taken yet another leap forward.
And I'm looking forward to the videos. They should be sick as well.
we've stopped trying to. We're done doing the funny ones now.
Because, let's hit it
we
hard.
did the Plague Doctor thing, and now the Plague, and like so we're going to play it cool for a little while.
Yeah, man.
I certainly don't plan to get any less offensive, so at least there's that.
Yeah, man. I reckon we keep the music hard, but keep the artwork like nice and slick and.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
do anything
just nice pastel colours, nothing too offensive. People are delicate these days.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, let's get on with some news. So this is something I spoke about last week. Sony Music, wasn't it, that had got a load of game developers in, or was it Warner's? No, it's Sony. So TikTok now have revealed in their job listings that they're looking for engineers with game development experience for an augmented reality ad format. So I was reading somewhere they're looking to including but not limited to Unreal Engine, and Unreal Engine 5 has been released now, or teased, so that's going to be even better stuff we were talking about before with augmented reality. Childish Gambino did that, the Dome 3D interactive gigs and stuff like that. So according to the ads, they were looking for people to join their AR team, so augmented reality. So, don't know, interesting. See what happens there.
Mate, honestly, like, if you want to know what the future's going to be like, just... Oh my god, has my brain gone blank again? No. If you want to know what the future's going to be like, just watch an episode of Black Mirror and then read 1984 and then just play Warhammer 40k, and that is a really good, like, 3-part of what is going to happen.
We're pretty much there,
Augmented reality is going to Black Mirror it, and then suddenly we're all going to be addicted to it, and we're going to be working like slaves for it, and 1984, and then Rise of the Imperium is just going to happen.
Well,
like, Boris will die, and they're going to like reanimate him and put him in like a golden throne, and he's just going to shit himself to death.
I just think augmented reality is only a couple of steps away from the Matrix, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and like, realistically, the simulation's been breaking for a while now, guys.
Yeah. So interesting though that everything's going that way. So the next few tabs all kind of have to do with Spitfire, who came up last week when we were talking about some stuff. I don't know why so much news is going on about them at the moment. They've got loads of stuff going on. They're just like, I don't know. So they've said their employees can work from home until 2021. So everyone,
they won't make them go back then.
You know, everyone that's sorted out now and everything's working from home. So what's the point of disrupting everything to make everyone come back?
Because it won't give middle managers the level of control that they want.
That they so desperately need.
Well, the thing is, they need that level of control to even validate the existence. So it's a tricky gambit. You're going to get forced back into your office so someone can manage you, so someone can keep getting paid to manage you. Just destroy it. Oh, I can't stress this enough. We need to start from the actual fucking rubble. Please carry on.
So it's just saying here they've got 4,400 full-time employees, which isn't that much really. but that's spread around 79 different countries and territories around the world. So, yeah, that is a good few offices that won't be open, and a good few bits, but they're doing all right at the moment. There's a couple of things. Let me go to this one at the moment. Yeah. So
There he is. You have done DMT.
That's why I said DMT. Yeah. He has just signed a deal with video and audio with Spotify. So we said the other week they're trying their new video podcast formula. And there was a picture of two gimpy young YouTube celebrities. They've also got Billy Big Balls, Joe Rogan, who I think is actually one of the biggest podcasters, isn't he? I think highest grossing.
Yeah, he's
grossing podcaster.
He's definitely a sort of founding crafter a bit as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch all of his stuff. It depends if I'm semi-interested in whoever's on board. But he's good at just being the layman and sitting by and kind of helping things get explained, and asking the right questions to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he's an arsehole in other ways, but he's entertaining enough.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just cast him off. I'm honestly though, that's my general rule of thumb at the moment. If I don't know anything about anyone, then I'd probably just want to fight him.
He'll fucking knock you out though, because he does all the fucking.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that neck. So I was looking in the mirror the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I think my shoulder muscles have got big," and they fucking haven't.
Not like my shoulders, mate. So yeah, Spotify are doing well. They've whatever their fucking stocks have gone up or whatever bollocks after announcing that. So good on them. That'd be cool to see. And then the other thing, they've got
6x9 for a minute.
It is. We're getting there. They've got this lawsuit going on, and they're now countersuing, and it's all riff raff with the diff daff rah. So some geezer. Florida-based Sosa is owned by Jake P. Nosh, who owns royalty collection firm Pro Music Rights LLC. So amongst other alleged wrongdoings, they're claiming that Spotify has not paid full royalties associated with over 550 million streams. What are you after? Oh, it's under there. Oh, there you go. And there's been a few things like
half what we got last month.
Yeah, so there's other things that I've read, because we use DistroKid, and some people have said they don't get all of your streams, and you have to sign up to the Sound Exchange for America and a bunch of other PRS and royalty collections to actually get all of your collected royalties and streams. So he's claiming that they've not got everything they should have. They're saying that a bunch of his streams were fake, and they were getting people to make false accounts to just do loads of streams.
Oh, really?
Where is it? The suit was told by Spotify the number of streams by Sosa artists was disproportionately high, and it could have been explained by streaming somehow being manipulated. So
it could only be explained.
So there's the counter suit going on now, saying that he's directed third parties to create millions of fake accounts. So he's exploited their terms and conditions to get more streams. So going on to our next article, this links with old Takeshi boy. I keep fucking lobbing my phone. You're smashing your headphones. I'm lobbing my phone. It's one of them fucking days,
mate. Isn't this the guy that just finished ratting on everyone else?
Yeah.
And now he's just ratting on Ariana Grande. What's this guy's fucking problem?
Look, you can see his front teeth poking out there.
What's wrong with him?
So, basically, he's upset Little Panda because he said Billboard. What does he say? What did he actually say? I want the world to know Billboard is a lie. You can buy number ones on Billboard. So apparently, 30,000 last-minute sales of Struck with You by Ariana Grande were purchased from only 6 credit cards. So then they've actually replied somewhere. Where was it? I was reading. They've replied somewhere. They basically replied saying no, and he's like, just a dick about it, and they're being all
Oh
like,
right, he's only
"Brah,"
kicking
and
off
then-
because apparently it knocked his tune off.
Yeah, he thought he should be number one, and then because they paid.
Honestly, if he's number one on Billboard, he's the hero that this society deserves, really, isn't he? Like, you asked for it, and you got like whatever is going on here.
It's it's a tricky one because we know the whole of the industry is fucking shambles.
Oh yeah.
And if you've got the money, you can pay to be on the top. Like,
and like fair play for him for whistleblowing it, but I just feel like he should have left some like space.
I mean, it's always been known though. If you want to do a tour with one of the big bands, it's called a buy-on, and you pay. Those support acts who go around with those massive people, they pay 20 grand, 30 grand to go and do a tour with Slipknot or a tour with Metallica or whatever, and that gets your exposure, and you get, you know.
Yeah, so by that alone, it's kind of, you're only ever being served up a menu of who could pay.
Yeah, that is what the industry is.
Unless
so,
it's people who are just doing it in boats, and then it's real.
Yeah, but you know, even if we had some money behind us, we could get more advertising, and therefore get more sales. But then you're doing a business. You're not worrying about making artwork and making your music. You're running a business then. So Ariana Grande didn't have 6 credit cards that she bought all her fucking tunes with. She probably didn't even know. That's a whole nother set of people who are aiming, you know, if we can get her top of billboards, we can do this, we can push that. It's a load of other people.
Yeah, it won't be like her decision.
No, that's it. It's just like a lot of people get pissed off with celebrities on social media, and it's like, mate, those accounts are like 20 people, 20 fucking degrees
don't
away
get pissed
from...
off with the ones that, like, Ariana Grande is like, she's not... There are really bad celebrities out there. Joe Biden.
You know, a lot of these...
sniffing people, Joe. And I know you've done more, you fuck.
You know, these musicians, like, you talk about all these big musicians, they make a small percentage of their decisions, you know. There's massive teams that are behind, you know, Snoop Dogg and all these guys. They're enterprises.
Oh man,
you know?
It's the record companies.
So not even just the record companies, because they themselves could end up owning record companies and being, you know, a part. You know, Snoop Dogg is a big part of his enterprise, but there's still a boardroom of people who have money invested. Who
I want to know what his board of people like. Were they? Do you think he's got like the normal board of investors, just like old white guys, or do you reckon it's like hilarious?
I mean, follow the money, man. There's always going to be rich old white guys somewhere trying to invest their money in this shit.
Nah, not for long, mate.
Yeah, you know. Hopefully there's
I don't know what I meant by that.
Well, you know, there's a big shift. These big money millionaires are losing out at the moment, but everyone's losing out, so fucking who knows.
It's a shame, isn't it? Because it's happening twofold in like different ways, because we're sort of moving towards conglomerates, but we're also moving away from billionaires at the same time, which is a very strange thing.
The indie scene's always been prevalent, and you know, people want music. People want music. People will find music. They'll go to looking for it. So there'll always be people with a lot of money pushing big billboard sales and, you know, doing the multi-million-dollar videos and doing the eye-catching stuff. But there'll always be people like us just making music. There's always going to be that. So, yeah, it's kind of like, well done for whistleblowing 6ix9ine, but kind
Everyone,
of no one...
ever, all the time. It's
no
just
one
like,
gives
if
a
this
shit.
is the only thing he'd done, but it, like... That's what I mean. Like, I don't even think he cares about the number one. I just think he's got compulsion.
Yeah, he's just like wants to rat on people. I don't know what's going on.
It's like his ting, though.
But then, you know, he's just pissy because he wanted number one. So
Yeah.
I want
like
it,
that.
not fair.
I can't imagine ever wanting a number one.
No. Anyway, enough of that bull. Enough of that story, Malark.
Man.
Last week we talked about Island Records. They had their
Yeah.
their auction, so that all went off without a hitch, and they raised nearly 200,000. So yeah, man, that's cool. When was it?
Well done.
21st of May. So that was a couple of days ago. So yeah, a lot of hard work put in there. That's cool. This is something else I came across, which was from Drum and Bass Arena. I think it's a couple of days, 32 hours when I look. 28 hours, 25th of May. So it's Just
I
over
saw an
24
advert for
hours.
this the other day because I remember seeing the glint of Goldie's teeth.
Yeah, it's got Goldie in it, Ed Rush, Optical, Andy C, Claxy and TB. It's just like documentary about.
Groove, this was ages ago, but there's some story about Groove Rider getting stopped with like 0.3 grams. I don't know if it's just like an urban legend of cannabis getting like banged up in like some. I think it was in Dubai or Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
I
somewhere
wonder
you'd
if
be
that
fucked.
was just bollocks.
Somewhere like that though, you would be fucked. You would
Groove
be.
Rider arrested cannabis.
Got Skibbity.
Oh no,
Meph
fuck! He
just-
was he was jailed for 4 years in Dubai in 2008.
Yeah, man, it's like it's fucked.
Did
You
he
even
get-
got a
Is
bit
he
on your
out?
shoe.
Did he serve the full term?
Mad. I'm sure you might even find out about it in the documentary.
Oh yeah, probably talks about it, doesn't he? Like that was shit.
Yeah, man.
It's honestly, it should be too. Such a strange thing, isn't it? It's just not a criminal issue.
No, but there's a good lineup of people here from like Icicle, Andy C,
Well, he
Meph Just,
must be
Face.
back
It's like
out.
the whole Skibbity, Emperor. So yeah, this should be interesting. I'll definitely be tuning in and seeing the history of drum and bass. It's probably like 92 to 2000 and I don't know,
Hang on.
forever. 2016. That. Drum and bass, and then also
Okay, so he got sentenced for 4 years in November 2007, but
right.
but he was released as part of Ramadan.
Okay.
So essentially, the United Arab Emirates every Ramadan releases
Release people.
select prisoners,
Okay.
which is fucked up that they have them in the first place, but also kind of pulls away from the whole like. I mean, that just makes Islam sound like Christianity, doesn't it?
It's a
Because we do that
It's a
in
bit.
our crusades in Iraq, don't we? Our crusades, yes, they're crusades, oil crusades.
It's a bit weird to just go. Oh, actually, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's funny that the god looks like tar now, you know, with the odd tar foot thing. For anyway.
Anyways, yeah, tune in. Drum and Bass Arena. Again,
Sorry, yeah.
we'll have all the links. I should stop closing these because I need to save the links.
I should stop just trying to derail anything you say. But I don't
Derail
want to.
everything. We love it.
Yeah.
BBC One, BBC Big Weekend. Tune in this weekend. BBC One Radio Live. Yeah, this is BBC One's Big Weekend this weekend. It got cancelled obviously because of the COVID stuff, but they've managed to get a bunch of people, bunch of bands still together doing little live rooms, doing things from wherever they are. So there's a bunch of stuff you can watch already. You know, if you want to tune into Jonas Brothers, I know that's your big thing. They were an hour ago. If you need that, I know you need that.
Honestly, because I missed the actual premiere of it, I plan to just take my own life, so I won't be needing to watch anything.
Yeah, there's good stuff. I like a bit of Biffy Clyro. You know, we got some.
Yeah, Biffy Clyro's like, I can jam to that. Who else?
So no, Youngblood. They've been doing some shit.
No, I don't know what that is. Sean Paul, yes.
Chanel. Oh, I lost my thing. Where is
fun.
it? 2 days ago. Yeah, sorry. Yes, there's all this stuff.
There you go.
Later tonight, you can tune in. And yeah, BBC Big Weekend. It's nice that they're still doing it in some capacity. Yeah, cool. Tune into that. This is one that I saw, and I'm not a big shoe guy, but I just love when they do this kind of shit. Fela are releasing commemorative anniversary pair of shoes for Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die.
Nice.
Yeah. 2 sneakers
they
and
are
matching
actually.
apparel. They are actually nice, right? And they look dirty. I love it. And there's the box.
Just as an aside to this, if I bang you the link over for this, I also have some shoes that I want. Let's see. So there are some Roland TR808 Pumas.
What? Roland.
Hang on, I'll pop it in the channel for you.
I'll just jiggle it. Roland
Just go images. I'll show you the ones I was looking at. It is.
These guys.
Oh, you should. Yeah, those ones, the rhythm composer ones. I want these. Can someone just? I want the box. I want it.
It's pretty. It's pretty nice. It's quite subtle, which is
Yeah, but I don't mind that. I'd use them as my studio shoes.
cool, man.
Because at the moment I've only got the unicorn slippers.
Like I say, I'm not really a shoe guy, but
No, me neither. Well, I don't really care. I just want. That's the thing. The only shoes I want are TR808 trainers.
yeah, I saw those.
Oh, there she is,
Those
looking
Fela
like an
ones.
acid trip as always.
Oh yeah, we love a bit of it. Bjork, she's postponed her things now. I saw the tweet the other day. Boo. So again, there's only a couple of shows, but postponed to 2021.
God, that
It's
writing's
gonna
almost as difficult to read as like grindcore writing.
It's
isn't
good,
it?
isn't it? Yeah, you just never know. She might do grindcore one day.
That's true. That is true. That's
Just-
not beyond her.
No, she's done some like horrendous breakbeaty stuff in the end of some of her tracks and things. There's like you just don't know what the
I've
fuck
done
she's
some
gonna
horrendous breakbeaty stuff today.
do. Yeah, mate, we love it. So yeah, blah blah, you know, cancelled gigs, rubbish. But this was one that I saw that I thought, ooh, I doubt there'll be any tickets. But ooh, it's all been cancelled gigs, but they've all been rescheduled for one epic System of a Down, Korn, and Faith No More show,
That sounds good.
which would actually be amazing. I'll have a look if there's any tickets, but I doubt it. Not that we could go all the way to America and see it anyway, but yeah.
What's the island of Sheppy Postman then?
He's just been trying to, you know, lift everyone's spirits by
He's
going
got the
around as
tongue
Gene
for it,
Simmons.
hasn't he?
Yeah, man. I just imagine there was this kid that was wearing the Plague Doctor's outfit. He got told off for scaring people.
Yeah.
I mean,
but this is like, you've got to remember that Kiss is like acceptable vanilla corporate goth, so people naturally, they don't have the same reaction. If he had like Behemoth corpse paint on, even though people couldn't tell the difference, because that kind of goth is like sponsored by Coca-Cola.
No.
Like, they're just instantly like, stop trying to sue everyone, Gene Simmons. You have fucking loads of money. The metal horns are not yours. You die. You and Phil Anselmo can fuck off.
I don't know. I'm like all down for this. I'm down for the postman
Gary
having some
Underdown.
fun. Gary Underdown.
Gary Underdown, you crack on, mate. You look sick. I'm just saying that, like, you know, people dress up as bastards for Halloween, don't they?
Yeah, man. I think it's good fun.
Go on, Gary.
I just think you should just, yeah, like you're saying, Behemoth. What's the difference? If he did that normally, people would be pissed. That little kid got in trouble for, I say little kid, I think he was like 16, for wearing that Plague Doctor's
He's 17
mask.
and got 4 asbos.
Fuck it.
Just set a firework off in a pensioner's face.
And this guy is a Royal Mail civil servant. So there we go. Anyway, right, we got one last tab. We got one last tab for you all. Bumpity bumpity bum bum bum.
Big
This is big
tings.
things. We have giveaway time.
And he's big.
Woo 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 woo. Yeah. Free copy of Ozone 9 and Neutron Elements. That's Ozone 9 Elements, not the full one. And you can see in the picture there. Yeah. Chat.stonx.co.uk for details. We've got a new competition channel up. Come, join, chat with us.
So I think
Get-
Ozone Elements on its own is like $130.
Ooh.
And Neutron is the same. So call it $260 worth of plugin that we're giving away for free.
Yeah, so if you just come join chat.stonx.uk, join our Discord, and then the information is in the competitions channel. But basically, we're just giving it away to someone in our Discord if you're...
Yeah, it's an active participation incentive. So essentially, we've got a bot that will give you a level as you begin to actively participate in all the channels. So all you need to do is advance to level 3 on that bot and then whack your name in the competitions channel, and we will give one of you. And the thing is as well, at the moment, there's only 26 people in the running for this in the Discord. It's a Discord-only competition, so
and
get
I think
in there.
only 2 of them are above level 3 at the moment, because I'm not counting us.
Exactly. So like at the moment, it's in between. Like I mean, like it's small. It's not like Just not like the lottery.
I think we're going to run it till end of June, so you've got a month to join in, get involved. You've got a couple more weeks of us.
But we're going to try and because we use a lot of stuff, and by using a lot of stuff, you get some free stuff anyway. You're not always to this level, but whenever I buy things, sometimes I get a free plugin if it's something I've got before or something.
We're always getting
gonna be
serial
looking
numbers,
to give away
yeah.
stuff like this well, basically to manipulate you guys into getting into our sphere and buying our products. But to sugarcoat it, to give you stuff.
Well, you know, we are doing loads of shit. I got...
Not bad shit, like voodoo shit.
We're doing voodoo shit. No, and then we get these deals like the Isotope bundle. I already got these two from other things that... so I've got duplicate serial numbers. So the winner, I emailed Isotope asking if I can transfer the serial numbers. And they said yes. So the winner's email address, I'll send that over to Isotope and they'll transfer those serials. So there's loads of opportunities like that. Like you said, we get loads of stuff. There's loads of stuff we try out and don't like as well. And in that case, we can just give it away. You can do that. That's totally something you can do rather than having a folder of unused plugins.
Yeah. So I think the best path for you people is just get in the Discord, listen to what we're chatting about. We're helping people out in there at the moment. We've helped a few people out now. And it's nice. It's nice to be able to wake up in the mornings, just sort of like shout hello and get on. It just makes us feel a bit more official, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. It's just nice to be able to help people and just have a little room where we can just chat about music and shit and drop things that are interesting.
And memes.
And memes and bollocks. And you can find out when I'm jumping into the canal saving my phone.
We want to get everyone feeling like us when we open Ableton.
Yeah, just productive, get fun. You just want to open up and crack on, right? That's the whole point.
Indeed. Right, you got anything else?
No, I think we're pretty good. That was like a bunch of ting, a bunch of this, a bunch of that. There's some stuff for you to check out. There's some free VSTs. Come to our Discord for a chance to win some stuff. New EPs coming out. And we decided on the 12th, right? June the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
So June the 12th. Couple of weeks, new EP. Bam, that's it.
Yep.
We did it.
Remain indoors. Don't listen to your government. They're just putting you at the front of the herd.
Just fucking stay inside, make loads of music. And
stay inside, honestly. Don't listen to a bloody word you're hearing about anything at the moment. Keep your own counsel, and at the moment, even virus or not, just don't interact.
Just stay inside unless you want to go outside. Then go outside and do whatever you fucking want.
I drove through my local town the other day, and it was just when the Thursday clapping started.
Oh yeah, the clap cult.
And
cult
when
of the clapping.
Saw all of these like denizens just like coming out there, pots and pans, like the sky. It was like honestly like I've been like zapped back to the Aztec time. Like we used to be a country that could be relied on for its like head, and that was the only thing. We weren't even nice. We were just clever. Can we just get back to that, please? Because this is a state. The NHS is not a charity.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
Bull.
Stop clapping and vote right for fuck's sake.
Stop clapping and start paying your staff.
Yeah, you just fucking wastes of time. Like, I'm sick and tired of everyone like reeling away whenever anyone brings up politics and being like, oh, we don't want to talk about this now. And it's like, well, there's fucking people's lives at risk, and it's not my fault that you don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Aye.
To end on an Obama-esque mic drop.
Yeah, that was this week's one thing. Fuck you.
Yeah, he's been Ollie. I've been self-righteous. And
yeah, we'll catch you up. Hopefully we will actually get our midweek stream done this week. It was a fucking balls up this week. Sorry, everyone.
Anyway, yeah. So what we're saying at the moment is, with our workflows and everything that's happening at the moment, the Sunday is a set, and the Monday on the, did we say Wednesday and Friday?
Wednesday and Friday. I have to put a time on at Twitch, so we've put 3:00, but it is just any fucking time if we can.
Yeah.
We'll get
some tutorial stuff out, and we'll have a good look through those plugins as well. I promise I'll have a proper look through Iris this coming week.
Yeah, we have to get these tracks finished in the next day or so, and then we're free to start some new stuff. So
yeah, because we've got releases stacked after that. So
yeah, we can do some tutorials. I want to kind of talk about some stuff that people have been messaging me about, like frequency fundamentals and some kind of like simple stuff to help get your template and get you on a roll. So
yeah, exactly. get to the point where you can just pick up the DAW and spin, or
Yeah,
some
man, that's what
kind of
we want.
horrifying saying.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to be focusing a lot on building some of our tracks into some live sets.
Yes.
I've got a don't know if you can. Got a little. Can you see it yet?
No.
Oh god, I have to destroy everything. Oh no!
Oh no!
There you go. It's alright.
Nice.
It was just Karl Marx. Don't worry. He's a strong, sturdy
Chap.
Look at that. He's nothing's happening, mate. He cannot be
Strong.
fumbled.
He very strong.
So I've got a little Akai MPC APC Mini, and I've got a tractor as well. So I'm going to be throwing together some rhythms and jams for you, and
Cool,
I'll be letting you guys in on how I'm doing it, kind of techniques that I'm building up and stuff, just as a bit of a learning experience. Less tutorial, more just like learn with James.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do with the
sounds
new
atrocious.
Isotope. The new Isotope bundle is just kind of go through it all and
We'll have a
show the
quick through. We want to
experience.
get a bit more tutorial-based content out there, so you guys have got some stuff to watch when we're not blathering along.
Yeah, and like the other thing is, if there's anything you want to learn, just ask us. Like you say,
Yeah, that's the thing. Once you're in the
ask us.
Discord, you can just talk to us and just
Really?
like just at either Score Unknown or Ashima, ask us a question, and we'll fucking get on it and work it out for you.
Yeah, man. Boom.
We try to do this when the Discord is small, because eventually we have to make some kind of money at one point. So I don't know what the future holds.
At the moment,
basically, come get well free.
Yeah, at the moment we have the time, and it's small enough that we can answer your questions.
We're time rich and money poor, and you just better hope we don't get the other way round. Right. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what you're saying.
All right, let's end the Stonxcast.
Yeah, boom. Nice one, everyone. Have a good week.
Right,
Catch up with you all later.
Big special thanks to Ollie's shirt
Boom.
for its appearance in this episode. That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, it's actually getting hot now.
It's been a pleasure to host you all again, and we will be back next week, hopefully 3 times next week, but definitely on Sunday to give you more free plugins.
Stonxcast.
We might preview a tune, maybe I might preview one of mine. I've got so many bloody releases.
Yeah, man.
Been working like 19 hours a day, basically getting myself well ahead on my releases so I can drop out and get this live performance stuff sorted and sort of help Ollie out with some other stuff.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, man.
So that's my drop and roll from now. So, this has been Stonxcast episode 8. The one that I basically just tried to ruin.
Yeah, I think we did a good job. Everything's
Nice.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
Nice one, everyone.
Right.
We'll
Take
catch
care,
up with you next
everyone.
time.
Stay safe.
Ciao.
Remain indoors. Fuck your government.
Whoa! Smash everything. Stop streaming.